What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja. I'm here with Will Leahey, who's just a city boy, born and raised in South Jersey.
Even though I'm from Jersey, though, Ninja, you'd think I might be a Yankee fan, and that would help me out because I'm a Red Sox fan. And last night, the Red Sox had maybe the worst loss of the season, being up 3 runs with 2 outs the ninth. But also on top of that, Aaron Judge became the fastest guy ever to 300 home runs, which I personally believe this is an important milestone. He beat it by over 100 games, by the way. He did it in his 955th game, which is under 6 seasons. So if you do the math, he's averaging over 50 home runs per 162-game season. He is 32 years old. It's going to be tough to beat that 755 or whatever Barry Bonds is sitting at now. But Ninja, I mean, we got to just sit back and appreciate greatness sometimes, even if that's on the hitting side of the ball, because Judge truly is one of the greatest hitters, I think, now of all time. I mean, he's batting .336 this season, Ninja, with his 43 dongs. Ninja, what would you do to pitch to this guy?
I wouldn't pitch to him, ever. That's not a man that I feel like I can get out. Unless you throw the ball below the knees where he tends to get terrible calls. I mean, just think of how good this dude is, and he gets hosed by umpires probably more than any other hitter because umpires can't fathom that a dude is as big as this.
The analytics show that, too. He has the worst strike zone in the entire league.
He does. And it's an amazing combination of hand-eye coordination, just ridiculous talent. Like sometimes you just got to tip your cap, move on to someone else you can get out. You got to appreciate greatness, even as a pitching guy. Dude is an absolute stud. A Pitching Ninja Show round of applause for Aaron Judge. And you do know, like, I know he's getting old, but if he hits 3 home runs a game next year, he will pass Barry Bonds.
Wow. Incredible find, Ninja.
Now the rest of my whip around the league. Jordan Montgomery had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this elevated fastball, his curveball, and changeups as the D-backs dominated the Rockies 11-4 yesterday. Martin Perez had 8 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run. The Padres spanked the Pirates 8-2. He had this cutter, changeup for a sword, and these curveballs, and honestly, I thought he looked really good. The Rangers beat the Red Sox yesterday. I am so sorry, Will. It was 9-7. Dane Dunning had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs. Green Snake had this sinker and slider. He faced the incredible Tanner Houck, who had 3 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this 2-seamer sweeper and splitter. Not a bad outing by Tanner Houck.
He was pretty good again, Ninja, and the bullpen refuses to not blow games.
Dean Kramer had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run as the Orioles flew past the Nats 4-1. He had this splitter, and he faced DJ Hurd, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these changeups and slider. The Guardians downed the Cubs 6-1. Alex Cobb had 3 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these 2-seamers, and for some reason, Dansby argues that this 2-seamer wasn't a strike. This caught a hell of a lot of the zone here. Dansby, you may need glasses. He's arguing that this was out. This is not out. You're out, Dansby. He faced Jamison Tyone, who had 6 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 6 runs, and had the sweeper and cutter. The Phillies ran past the Marlins yesterday, 9-5. Edward Cabrera had 2 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 6 runs. I thought he made a turn for the better, but this was kind of a turn for the douche.
This party just took a turn for the douche. For the douche, for the douche, for the motherfucking douche.
He faced Tyler Phillips, who had 4 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs, and had the sweeper and painted curveball. Bryan Woo had 6 Ks in 7 scoreless innings. His ERA this year, 2.06. Had these fastballs, picked up a sword, and this changeup as the Tigers slipped past the Mariners 3-2. He faced Bo Brisky, who had 2 Ks in 1 1/3 scoreless innings, and had these fastballs. The Reds shot down the Cards 9-2. Emilio Pagan had 1 K in 2 scoreless innings as the opener. He had this cutter. He faced Kyle Gibson, who had 6 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 6 earned runs, and had the sweeper and curveball. Ronel Blanco'd the Rays for 6 innings with 4 Ks, giving up 2 hits as the Astros beat the Rays 2-1. It is painted slider and curveballs. And dude is just turning in a fantastic year. Ronel Blanco has a 2.89 ERA this year and didn't make the All-Star game. That's ridiculous. Blanco faced Zach Littell, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run, and had the splitter. David Peterson had 4 Ks in 6 and a third innings, giving up no earned runs as the Mets dominated the A's 9-1. He had these two-seamers. He faced Joey Estes, who had 3 Ks in 5 and a third innings, giving up 3 runs. Had this slider for a sword. The Brewers topped the Dodgers 5-4. Frankie Montas had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up no earned runs. He had this painted fastball and these cutters, including this backdoor cutter. He faced Walker Buehler, who had 3 Ks in 3 and a third innings, giving up 1 earned run, had these cutters, and picked up a sword. Will Warren had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, as the Yankees remembered they were the Yankees and that the White Sox were the White Sox and beat them 10-2. He had these sinkers and sweepers. Kind of reminds me of Michael King. The movement on his stuff is about the same, and I decided to match up their mechanics, and check this out. Not only their mechanics pretty identical, but the movement of their two-seamers are too. He faced Davis Martin, who had 5 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run, and had these sliders and wicked changeups. Actually, I did not know Davis Martin's changeup was this filthy. These things are disgusting. Grant Holmes had 6 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs as the Braves scalped the Giants 13-2. Had a slider and curveball. He faced Robbie Ray. On the positive side, Robbie Ray had 2 Ks in 2/3 of an inning and a K per 9 of 27 for the game. That's impressive. He did give up 5 runs in that .2 innings. Not that impressive. He had these sliders. Jose Berrios was really good yesterday with 5 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits as the Jays soared above the Angels 9-2. He had these wicked slurves, and he faced Tyler Anderson, who had 8 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, but gave up 7 runs. Anderson had these sliders, but the pitch of the game for him were these changeups. And, of course, he had to listen to what the ball told him, and I guess the ball was telling him he wanted to be a changeup, so he made him a changeup. Here's a look at Tyler Anderson's mechanics, which are classic. Lastly, Cole Ragans had 8 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run as the Royals beat the Twins 4-1. He had these heaters and changeups. His changeup has a 48.7% whiff rate this year, making it one of the best changeups among starting pitchers in baseball. He also had this slider and this absolutely vicious knuckle curve. I mean, look at this thing. That is disgusting. And I overlaid both his fastball and slider and his fastball and knuckle curve, and you can see what makes Cole Ragans so tough to hit. He faced Louis Varland, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this curveball and changeup, and then somehow Bobby Witt Jr. hit this 97-mile-an-hour fastball in his eyes for a home run. If you look at this, Varland threw this pitch exactly where he wanted it. He wanted this pitch above the zone, and somehow Witt Jr. hits this. Like, I don't know if this is hitting ninja or pitching ninja, but I'm going to tip my cap to another hitter. Now to my filthiest relievers. Josh Hader had these heaters. Jeff Hoffman had this fastball and slider. Andres Munoz had this wicked slider. And Evan Phillips had this nasty sweeper. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, Bryan Woo and this changeup. At number 4, Davis Martin and his filthy changeups. I did not wake up thinking I was going to have Davis Martin in my top 5 filthiest pitches, but he cannot be denied. At number 3, Jose Berrios and these slurves. At number 2, Cole Ragans and his vicious curveball. And at number 1, we have this screwball from Brent Honeywell. Not only is this a vicious screwball, but we've got a great view of the release of his screwball, and you can see how much he pronates this thing. And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. It's Ragans versus Ragan. Cole Ragans is on the left. My picks of the day today, I'm going to start out with Bailey Ober for 6 Ks or more. Then take Jack Flaherty for 7 Ks or more. Take Zach Wheeler for 6 Ks or more. Top it off with Max Fried for 6 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?